What's going on, nerd birds? It is Thursday, April something. It is the day of the NFL draft. So I have just put on a hat and a long sleeve jacket because outside it is a little bit rainy and like 70. And that's really comfortable except for I'm going to be on a scooter, because all the roads are closed down here, downtown Nashville. So I'm jumping on a scooter. Gonna put the GoPro on so that you can see what I see. Also, I did a test where I tried to use my camera on the scooter and found that I am not good at the scooter and I need two hands. So I'm gonna have to use the GoPro, which will be the first time that we use the GoPro on the vlog. So, cool. It is time to put on the Lucky Crocs and head to Draft Central. If you are familiar with Nashville, the draft is being held outside at the intersection of First Avenue and Broadway. So if you're familiar with Nashville, you can picture that in your mind, or if you're from Nashville, you obviously know exactly where I'm talking about. That's where I'm headed now. I'm gonna walk outside, see if I can't find a scooter, and we will be on our way. All right, we are good to go. I got the scooter here and we're headed downtown.
Running for days. My body won't stop 'cause I know what it takes. Break down the dawn, feel the pain. Tragic if I listen to you with your sharp cigarettes and your too many rules. Break down the wall, I'm screaming too. You can't stop me. 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 Igniting my soul.
Not bringing any cash to the NFL draft party was a major oversight by me. 12 minutes away from the first pick. Who will the Cardinals take? Any guesses? I just realized that if you guess in the comments, it won't count because you'll already know. So disregard that. Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. Kyler Murray taken with the #1 pick by the Arizona Cardinals in the pouring rain. It is coming down here in Nashville, Tennessee, downtown. I'm looking for a place to shelter, a place I can get me a cold beer and maybe some Nashville hot chicken. So what I'm gonna do now is there's a couple scooters over there. I'm gonna jump on a scooter. It's freezing now. It's gotta be like 60 degrees. I'm gonna jump on a scooter. I'm gonna head home. This weekend, in fact, you'll see it right after this footage, we are headed down to Tunica to play just cash games, no tournament on the schedule, but just play cash games this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And then we will head back home late Sunday night, just in time for Game of Thrones. Jumping on a scooter now, headed home, gonna go see my boo. Peace.
My body won't stop 'cause I know what it takes. Break down the dawn, feel the pain. Tragic if I listen to you with your sharp cigarettes and your too many rules. Break down the wall, I'm screaming too.
So sunny. Every time I want to sit and talk about stuff, the picnic table is wet. So the session that I'm about to show you is one where, you know, when you go to the poker game and you play a little bad or you run a little bad and then you do both and they mix together and now you don't know if you're running bad or playing bad and you're missing every flop, right? Your hero calls are every time you have the second best hand, they have the best hand, right? Things like this. Then you start forcing action, and now you're well, that's this game. However, it's kind of the luck of the draw when you're filming hands at the table on what you get captured and what you don't. And I didn't get a ton of those hands captured. Most of the biggest pots I played, I do not have footage of. So I have great hands to show you, and I'm gonna show you those hands, but keep in mind that this session was muy mal, very bad. My biggest loss ever on the vlog. So enjoy the hands. Leave a comment below. You ever get in a situation like this where you're running bad and now you're not sure, am I playing bad too? Is it a mixture of both? Or is it just run bad? I can tell you from my experience at this game in Tunica, Mississippi, it was a mixture of both. Things did not go my way, and I added to that with some flavorful plays. As I sit here in my easy chair, I am reminded of Coach Ted O'Ryan from D3 The Mighty Ducks. He said, "You learn a hell of a lot more from losing than you do from winning." So far, I have raised with 4s, 7s, 9s, ace jack, king, queen twice, and I think I lost every single one. So obviously I'm down $300 to start the game. The good news is the table is playing passive and soft and kind of straightforward. If they're putting in a ton of money, it's usually because they have a really good hand. So I expect to be able to run them over just a little bit. Not nothing crazy, but you know, gonna play my hands and hopefully turn this boat around, because at the moment this ship is sinking. I did have to play one hand where why? I'm going back in. New strategy. Strategy, try to win. So this hand isn't going to exactly knock your socks off, but it does go to show what you have to do to be able to navigate these waters in the no-limit Texas Hold'em poker games So I'm going to be dealt a weak ace here on the button, and there's a little bit of dead money in there because a player had to post his blind. He had missed it. So I have the ace-4. It's not great. We're not looking for a ton of action here, but we do need to go ahead and try to attack this money out there because we need it in our stack. Now we do get a little bit of pushback here from the small blind. Then a player in the middle throws in $30 too. So we're going to have to see this pot. It looks like 3 ways. And that's okay because we're going to be able to counteract a lot of what they do because we have the button. So we get a board that's pretty good for us. It's queen, queen, 5. And any time that you have a paired board, it's good to throw out a bet there because it's impossible to connect to a normal board, let alone one that has 2 of the same card on there. So I throw out half pot size bet. We do win the pot, and it's nice to put that little pot in our stack. Let's go over a hand, boys and girls. In this particular spot, I am going to be in the big blind. And as you can see, everybody's limping into the pot. All want a chance for glory to see this board for as cheap as possible. It's going to get over to me eventually, and I'm going to look down at a queen and a jack offsuit, and I am happy to see this board for free. The flop comes. Boom. Queen, 8-6. I flop top pair. There's no flush draw out there. There are some straight draws. I bet half the pot. I bet $15. And the problem with this bet is everybody's going to call the $15 bet if they have anything at all. It's an appropriate bet because it's half the pot. But financially, it's only $15. So a lot of draws are going to continue with that board. The turn card is the jack of hearts giving me top 2. Again, I'm going to bet half the pot here. Try to string along other people with queens, maybe hands like 8-9 and 8-10 have now picked up straight draws. However, and this is a big however, this old man in the middle min raises me to $70. And when an old man min raises you to $70, usually you have a problem. The small blind fold, and it's on me now. Can't fold for this price, so I'm going to continue. Hoping, honestly, to make a full house because I'm sure this guy's got 9-10. Turn card misses me. I check. And this dude fires out $175 into a $215 pot. Take that and then add it to the fact that he's an old man. And it just seems like calling this bet would be lighting money on fire. I don't think that he has any other hand in his range except possibly the queen jack to chop, other than the 9-10. And eventually I make the fold, which you guys may consider questionable. Let me know in the comments what you would have done in this spot.
Remember a little bit ago when I was down 300? Those were the good old days. Currently stuck 1,100 because got straight up owned by an old man who had blades. He raised it up in late position. I just made the smooth flat with the pocket kings. Gorillas in the mist. Gets around to the big blind who makes it 125. The old man makes the smooth flat there. That's what got me in the hand, because I'm thinking there's no way this old man would have two blades here and just make the call. He puts in a raise right there. I may seriously consider folding my kings. I don't. Instead I make it 500. Big blind makes it like 1200, which is an all-in, has me covered. Old man calls, I call. We see a board comes queen high, and there ended up being like 3 spades on the board. Don't worry, the old man had aces with the ace of spades. Stuck a million, send help. I'm going back. New strategy. Try to win. Mooey Mall. In for 3,800. Out for 1,761. I am no mathematician. And because of that, I can't quite figure out how much I'm down, but it's like 2,100. Grace won, because that's all she ever does is win.
That is not true.
But she did not win enough to cover my losses.
And I played bad.
We both kind of played not real well. I mean, I don't know how she played, but I know I didn't play that well. But headed to the room now. We will see you next week from, what's next week? Here, right? Another one from here.
Yes.
Day 2 of here. So if you like what you saw, you know what, Grace, what should they do? If they liked what they saw. What if they didn't like what they saw?
Still give the thumbs up.
Yeah, give that thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, an email, a Snapchat, do whatever you want. We will see you next time, guys. Oh, it got real dark. We will see you next time, guys. Bye.
Mine, but she looked fine, gonna take some time, gonna make her mine, gonna make